Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Libra, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they're general readings. Not everything is going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, for your key to the week this week, you have... all right. The Temperance card. Okay, so finding the balance this week. This is a shift point, right? Temperance is one of those cards that basically says you're now entering a balance point or a shift point. This is where it's a change point, basically. So things are about to start changing for you, which is great. They're also starting to regulate, all right? If you've noticed, things have been a little bit erratic as they were after the eclipse that was in your sign, right? This means that, okay, just throwing them all over the floor. That's your first card out. And those will be for your next three cards out. So what this means is this week things are going to start to ease up. Now, you've got the Three of Pentacles as your actions and options card, which means this week you're getting some piece of information or advice. You're learning something, right? You're getting some piece of information or advice that actually really helps and supports you to move forward. It also provides you with what you need to create, or to, should I say, not create, but to take some kind of remedial action, right? Which I think is actually a really good thing. In terms of the options that are available to you, the Three of Pentacles is an option. The options that are available are for you to learn, for you to gather new knowledge, new wisdom, new information that's actually going to be beneficial for you. I will say, in fact, let's pull the next card. So the next card is the communications card. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Nine of Swords. This suggests that this week, maybe some of the advice that you're getting, some of the information that you're getting, maybe you don't want it. Maybe because it means that you're finally going to have to step forward and do something different. Yours is a cardinal sign, right? So it is a fast moving sign, but it tends to have a one-track mind. It's not a mutable energy. Yes, it's a forward momentum energy, but that kind of tends to be it with the cardinal signs. It's like they've got go and go forward. Right? Like there's not really much space, even as an air sign, right? I can say this because I'm an Aquarius. I'm a fixed air sign. So go figure. No wonder we're the weirdos of the zodiac, right? So this Nine of Swords, it does suggest that some of the information that you're getting this week, it's like once you've got it, you now know, okay, now I have to do something, right? I can't just sit on this. I've got to make a choice. I've got to make a decision. I've got to make a forward move of some sort. When it comes to your, those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I think for a lot of you, you're starting to realize that maybe, I don't think it's so much that you don't like your course. I think maybe a lot of you are realizing that there's a different area that you really want to specialize in and you don't know where to start about, like, it's like, I don't know how to go about or where to start sort of changing track. Just speak to someone. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this week, I think you're realizing that you do need to upskill. If you want your employment to continue, or if you want it to grow, or if you want to really elevate what you're about and where you're going, it looks like you're wanting or needing some kind of change. You're needing to create some kind of... It's not a Hail Mary, but it does kind of feel like that. There's a part of you that's like, no, in order for my life to change, I need to make I need to take some kind of action. You're coming into that change point this week though, so I feel like it will start to open itself up. But it's like someone gives you the challenge. Someone says something to you that makes you go, yeah, okay, I need to do this, right? I need to go in a different direction. And like I said, the cardinal signs only really do this. They don't do that. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, there might be a worry here about the shifting or changing clientele that you're getting. All right. And I think if anything, this is showing you, Libra, that you are having a growth spurt. And so the discomfort that I'm talking to all of you here for a moment. The discomfort that you feel at the moment is because life is asking you to grow. It's asking you to change. It's asking you to do different things in different ways. And if you're trying to stay the same, or you're just trying to follow the same usual path, that's where the discomfort is coming from, because your soul knows that it needs something different in order to move towards success. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this, I actually think for a lot of you is a consideration about whether you want to return to work or not. For some of you, I feel like you're telling yourself that you have to because you need to have a purpose, when actually the truth is you don't have to do anything. It's up to you. If you feel like, okay, you know what, I'm not as fulfilled because I'm retired, I'm not doing anything, find something to give your life joy and meaning. Find things that you can do that actually feel aligned with what you would do if you didn't have to go to work. Because it looks like a lot of you that are retired, you might not necessarily have to. It's more a case of like, I need to feel productive. I need to do something because my mind is driving me crazy. For your sorry about that. I'm getting a phone call. For your love and relations, you've got the Queen of Cups. So usually, Queen of Cups is a water sign woman, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This can be somebody that features for or assists you in some way, especially within the love sphere, right? So for those of you that are single, I shouldn't be using that, but now that I've used it, I have to. For those of you that are single, a water sign woman could introduce you to somebody. Or for those of you that are single, a water sign person, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, could literally be the person that you end up getting sort of involved with. Now, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, the Queen of Cups is really about nourishing your soul through the relationship and what the relationship needs in order to really reach its optimum. You've got this with the Nine of Swords, so there's clearly something that you're worried about. Now, you've got this with the Knight of Wands, which was actually your next card out for your relationships. This is about reigniting the spark and even the sex life, right? You got to bring that sort of physical, sexy time back into it to really inject a good dose of healthy energy into your relationship. And it may also be that there's something here about shifting or changing the relationship in terms of where you are. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to move, but it does mean that you have to zhuzh up the energy in the place that you live. For those of you that are single, you're very likely to be meeting somebody on or through your travels or through a water sign woman. For your money and materials, I forgot to mention, if you are, don't forget your year ahead Astro Tarot scopes are up and out there for your purchasing pleasure. You can get those on the link in the description box below. The new year, new frequency is up and out there for your purchasing pleasure. There is nothing out there like this. Short, sharp, focused energy work that you do at home that's going to help you get prepared for a really bloody good 2024. All right, a universal 8-year, I might add. When it comes to your money, your finances, and your resources, there's a shift point, but there's also a reset here. There's a personal financial reset of some sort that comes in here this week. I actually think this could be good for you because it sees you looking or thinking outside of the box. So you're starting to say to yourself, I wonder if I do this, right? It's like you're getting back that air as an element is naturally very curious. And I feel like what you've been missing recently is that curiosity. This week, I actually think this Fool card sees you get it back and you start to move into that space where it's like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to have this, you know, like maybe not even creative, but it's almost like you're deciding that you're going to play around with it a little more. And so from here on in, maybe you do start to make more money, or you at least come into the ideas that are going to help you generate more money. You've got this with the, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, I will say this is not a week to take risks with your health, whether that's sexually, mentally, spiritually. you know, getting obliterated drunk. This is not the week for it, right? This is a week for balance and moderation. Even if you've got, you know, holiday parties and all the rest of it, go, have fun, enjoy yourself. But this is not a week to get paralytic drunk, to really overindulge and stuff your face. Like, yes, it's the holiday season. I'm not saying don't have stuff. I'm saying enjoy everything, but to the point where you've actually enjoyed it, not to the point where you're just like, ugh, you know, this is horrible, and you wake up feeling crappy. Finally, when it comes to your home and environment, the Fool card, there's a new element being introduced to the home this week, and one that you probably don't anticipate. For some of you, this might actually show up as a new pet, or maybe you decide to get a new pet. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.